Imagine standing at the foot of the cross, heart shattered, as the one you followed whispers his final charge. Abide in me, and you will bear much fruit that glorifies the Father. Brothers and sisters, this is the divine mystery unveiled by Jesus himself, the sacred path to a life overflowing with eternal impact, drawn straight from John 15:8. Herein is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit. So shall ye be my disciples. Yet how many of us chase shadows of fruitfulness, mistaking frantic labor for holy harvest? We equate God's blessing with swelling crowds, booming ministries, or ceaseless activity, as if exhaustion were the badge of discipleship. But Scripture shatters these illusions. Jesus warns in Matthew 7:16, "Ye shall know them by their fruits." Not by their noise, not by their numbers, not by their visibility. Church attendance alone cannot produce it. One may occupy a pew week after week and remain a withered branch, barren of true life. Influence without intimacy yields no lasting yield. Success apart from surrender builds empires of sand. These are not the fruits Jesus promised, for they wither under heaven's gaze. Turn now to the profound imagery he unfolds in the shadowed upper room, speaking not to throngs or scribes, but to his closest disciples, men braced for the storm of his crucifixion. In John 15:1-2, he declares with sovereign clarity, "I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away, and every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit." Behold the divine order. Relationship precedes production. Israel, that ancient vine of the prophets, had faltered time and again. But Jesus emerges as the flawless fulfillment, the living source of all vitality. We, his followers, are the branches, utterly dependent, with no life apart from him. A branch does not toil or scheme to burst forth with grapes. It clings, it draws, it rests in unbroken union. So Jesus commands in John 15:4, "Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine, no more can ye, except ye abide in me." This is no mere option, no fleeting devotion. Abiding means to dwell deeply, to remain steadfastly, to depend wholly each dawn. He drives it home in verse 5. "I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit, for without me ye can do nothing." Nothing. Not exaggeration, but eternal truth. Platforms may rise, gatherings may multiply, yet without him they echo hollow in eternity. In this intimate farewell, Jesus equips them not with tactics for absence, but with the lifeline of presence. Abide, remain, surrender. Fruit emerges not from striving, but from this vital flow, his life coursing through us as natural overflow. And mark this, such fruit serves not the branch, but the world. Grapes nourish others, not the vine itself. Thus, intimacy births impact. Yet consider the tender severity of the vine dresser's hand. Even fruitful branches he prunes, not to punish, but to purify, cutting away the dead weight that hinders greater glory. This pruning, often felt as loss or trial, refines us for abundance untold. Before demanding more fruit, saints, probe your soul. Am I abiding? For in that union, dryness flees, emptiness yields to fullness, and true fruitfulness dawns, glorifying God, proving discipleship, transforming all. Abide, and watch his life bear much fruit through you. Imagine standing before the throne on that fateful day, hearts pounding, voices pleading. Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, cast out demons, perform mighty works? And his voice, solemn and final, I never knew you. Depart from me. From Matthew 7:22-23, this is no distant warning. It's a divine thunderbolt piercing our illusions. These were not idle pretenders. They bore visible results, spiritual fireworks exploding in the heavens. Yet, without the hidden root of abiding intimacy, it all crumbled to dust. Brothers and sisters, hear this truth etched in eternity. Genuine fruit springs not from feverish striving or public acclaim, but from the quiet, unbreakable bond with the vine. In our spectacle-driven age, we mistake shadows for substance. Bible verses splashed across screens, eloquent prayers echoing in halls, tireless service that dazzles the eye. You can orchestrate revivals, belt anthems of praise, labor endlessly in kingdom causes, and still drift severed from him who said in John 15:5, "Without me ye can do nothing." Nothing of everlasting value, nothing that reshapes eternities, nothing that draws the Father's gaze in pure delight. Religious frenzy becomes a veil, busyness a brittle idol, visibility a siren, luring us from the secret place where roots delve deep. The kingdom advances not by fanfare, but by unseen surrender, where roots precede the harvest. Yet Scripture unveils the radiant reality of true fruit, singular and profound, the fruit of the Spirit, as declared in Galatians 5:22-23. Love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. Behold, not a bouquet of isolated virtues, but one unified harvest mirroring Christ's own heart woven into ours. This is the foremost mark of abiding, not swelling multitudes or viral testimonies, but a life echoing His likeness, love enduring betrayal's sting, joy defying tempests, peace anchoring amid chaos, patience forged in trial's fire. Such graces transcend mere resolve. They surge from the vine's lifeblood, transforming the ordinary soul into a sanctuary of the divine. But growth demands the gardener's hand. Jesus reveals in John 15:2, "Every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit." Pruning, severe, sacred cuts, severs pride's tendrils, self-trust's illusions, sin's lurking shadows, distraction's chains. Why this holy wounding? To deepen love's well, broaden patience's reach, sharpen Christ's reflection in your every breath. For we are predestined, as Romans 8:29 proclaims, to be conformed to the image of His Son. No platform rivals this pursuit. No applause outshines such conformity. When spirit fruit ripens within, your sphere transforms. Homes softened, bonds mended, testimonies authenticated, not by proclamation, but by the sweet savor others partake, tasting not your striving, but the vine's very essence. Flowing seamlessly from this inner likeness comes the second fruit, obedience born of love's fire. Declare your devotion to Jesus, yet what harvest does it yield? He cuts through pretense in John 14:15. "If ye love me, keep my commandments." Not lavish songs or fervent speeches, not fleeting sentiments or crowded gatherings. Obedience alone proves the heart's allegiance. This is no joyless yoke. Abiding turns duty to delight, commands to compass. Legalism toils for approval. Love's obedience dances in assurance. Sin loses its allure, costing the soul it once cheapened. His whisper quickens the spirit. As 1 John 2:3 affirms, "Hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments." Intimacy's proof pulses in yielded steps. And herein lies a deeper mystery often shrouded, fruit's eternal echo. While earthly labors fade, spirit-wrought character and loving obedience ripple into forever, drawing souls to the vine through generations, a legacy unseen, yet imperishable. Part 3. The First Fruit. Christ-like Character. Consider this profound truth, often overlooked in our walk of faith. The deepest acts of surrender unfold in the shadows, far from human applause. Imagine extending mercy to one who has wounded you without remorse, turning from a private lure that no eye beheld, embracing righteousness when the path of least resistance beckons, lifting prayers of peace amid the urge to strike back, or holding steadfast in loyalty through unseen trials. These hidden choices bear the mark of true fruitfulness. As Jesus declares in John 15:10, "If ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love." Here lies an unbreakable bond. Faithful adherence sustains our union with him, while rebellion fractures that sacred communion. To profess attachment to the vine while defying his voice is a contradiction that withers the soul. Yet grace reminds us, this pursuit demands not flawless execution, but a resolute orientation of the heart, whispering, "Lord, your word is my guide. I yield." From such love springs effortless submission, transforming mere sentiment into living obedience. Thus, the authenticity of our faith stands not in lofty proclamations, but in the quiet compliance that mirrors Christ's own purity, authority, and radiance. This leads us seamlessly into Part 5, the third fruit, the miracle of multiplying life. Authentic branches do not hoard vitality, they propagate it. Jesus himself affirms in John 15:16, "Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you, that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain." Observe the divine emphasis, enduring impact, beyond fleeting zeal or surface-level encounters. Such permanence echoes through the Great Commission in Matthew 28:19. "Go ye therefore, and teach all nations," where "teach" evokes the sacred labor of forging disciples, not mere assents, but devoted imitators of the Master. When rooted deeply in him, a passion for lost souls awakens within you, reshaping your gaze. Strangers cease to be burdens and emerge as everlasting treasures. Your testimony gains eternal gravity. Your intercessions unleash heaven's might. Your conduct inspires transformation. As Paul models in 1 Corinthians 11:1, "Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ." This is spiritual generation, a life so intertwined with Jesus that it becomes a beacon for others to trace their steps to him. No platform is required. It unfolds in whispered counsel, family hearths, resilient endurance under trial, humble stewardship of blessing, and sacrificial affection amid hardship. And herein lies a further biblical depth. Jesus reveals in John 15:8, "Herein is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit, so shall ye be my disciples." Our fruitfulness magnifies the Father's glory, proving our kinship with the Son. If your devotion touches no other life, question its vitality, for genuine fruit nourishes multitudes, embeds seeds of promise, and harvests eternity. Your household witnesses it. Companions sense its power. Colleagues remark its light. Neighborhoods reap its bounty. Even after your earthly tenure, those seeds burgeon into legacies. Ponder this. Does your journey culminate in isolation, or does it cascade into eternal ripples? Abiding in the vine ensures His life surges through you, seeding redemption in countless souls. From this multiplication, we confront Part 6, the refining fire of pruning, where divine love wields the knife. Jesus unveils this mystery in John 15:2. Every branch that beareth fruit, He purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit. Mark the target, not the barren, but the productive. Fruitfulness invites the shears. Far from wrath, pruning is divine grooming, not disdain, but holy honing. The vine dresser trims excess to channel life's essence into greater yield, severing the superfluous, idle pursuits, arrogant swells, entangling bonds, alluring yet misaligned prospects, even cherished epochs of ease. The incision stings deeply. Yet Scripture assures in Hebrews 12:11, "Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby." Though grievous now, it births righteousness later. Pressures forge resilience. Closed portals preserve vitality. Heaven's hush cultivates singular devotion, not forsakenness. Pruning contracts before it expands. Reflect on Job, divested of all, yet refined to unshakable trust amid the forge. Or Joseph, sold, jailed, overlooked, yet sculpted for sovereignty. These severings did not dismantle, they designed vessels for glory. In such seasons, surrender deepens abiding, ensuring the vine's life flows unhindered toward abundant harvest. Beloved, picture the Master's steady hand wielding the blade, not in anger, but with eternal purpose, severing what hinders, that divine life might surge unblocked through your veins. Romans 8:28 stands eternal, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God. All things, yes, even these sharp incisions that pierce the soul. If the Father is pruning you in this hour, do not recoil in fear. Press closer. Surrender to the wounds He inflicts, for His gaze pierces beyond the pain to the abundant harvest ahead. He is no haphazard surgeon. Every stroke is deliberate, visionary, stripping away the barren to unleash rivers of living fruitfulness. The branch does not resist the gardener's wisdom. It bows in holy submission, emerging resilient, rooted, overflowing. Such pruning is the sacred mark of belonging to Him. It declares you chosen, tended, intimately known, and from this yielding flows the ultimate evidence, bearing much fruit. Herein does the Father receive glory, as Jesus proclaimed in John 15:8. Herein is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit, so shall ye be my disciples. Behold the divine progression etched in John 15. First fruit in the nascent abiding, then more fruit as connection deepens, culminating in much fruit, a life drenched in supernatural abundance. This is no mere growth. It is the visible imprint of heaven's power, transforming the ordinary into a symphony of glory. What then manifests as this much fruit? It radiates in unwavering Christ-like character, forged in the fires of daily fidelity. It pulses through unswerving obedience that echoes the Father's heartbeat. It ripples outward, forever altering souls through your quiet influence. Above all, it blooms as profound joy, unassailable by storms. Jesus himself vowed in John 15:11, "These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy might be full." Not the shallow thrill of fleeting triumphs, nor the highs of human acclaim, but a joy profoundly anchored, welling up from unbroken union, sustaining through every shadow. Seamlessly, this abiding elevates your communion with heaven. John 15:7 assures, "If ye abide in me, and my words abide in you, ye shall ask what ye will, and it shall be done unto you." No longer do petitions chase personal whims. They harmonize with kingdom eternal, desires reshaped to mirror His grand design. Heaven leans into such prayers, unleashing responses that echo eternity. Moreover, true abiding yields fruit that endures beyond the veil. Jesus promised in John 15:16 that your fruit should remain, etching legacies into the ages, souls secured forever in the vine's embrace. A reflection untouched in fleeting measures, yet vital to the Father's timeless plan. Through it all, much fruit exalts the Father alone. Witnesses behold your unshakable peace amid tempests and inquire of its source. They marvel at love poured forth in the face of enmity. They stand awed by endurance amid affliction, discerning the divine. Such fruit does not demand striving. It emerges organically from intimate attachment. The branch toils not to count its clusters. It clings to the vine. Immerse daily in His word, in fervent prayer, in yielded obedience, in total surrender, and witness the miracle. Fruit, then more, then much, transforming a mere existence into a conduit of heaven's might. Your days will not echo with frenzy, but thunder with purpose, drenched in productivity that adores the divine gardener. Now, hear this piercing call. Are you genuinely abiding or merely performing the motions? Jesus declared not that the Father delights in your bustle or accolades, but in John 15:8, "Herein is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit. So shall ye be my disciples." Authentic fruit springs not from strain or facade, but from vital communion. Chase fruit in isolation, and exhaustion claims you. Anchor in abiding, and abundance flows unbound. For life resides not in the branch, but surges from the vine. He Himself invites in John 15:4, "Abide in me, and I in you." This is no burden, but a beckoning to constancy. Remain when tempests rage, or skies are clear, when petitions soar, answered, or seem swallowed in silence. For one day we shall appear before Him, and vanities of appearance will fade. Only the depth of our rooting endures. Paul urged in Galatians 6:9, "And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not." A reaping dawns. Fruit ripening now, veiled yet vibrant, inexorable. Cease the frenzy of comparison, the tyranny of visible yields, the chase for self-wrought worth. Return to the vine. Unfurl His scriptures. Kneel in contrition. Heed His whisper. Embrace His pruning. Mirror His boundless love. In this abiding, His very life will cascade through you. Character refined as gold. Obedience etched eternal. Lives eternally touched. Joy eternally resident. The Father glorified. That, saints, is the profound essence of bearing much fruit.